Hi guys. Mm, Here we go. I'm online. I hope you guys can see me okay. Doop doop doop. Hello. What's up, guys? Let me make sure this thing works properly. Doop doop. There we go. Is that better? All right, so I'm taking questions over on Twitter. Communicate with you guys. Mad love to you too. I'm getting love already. That's awesome. How is everybody? I haven't spoken to you guys in a minute. Can't wait to see what you have to say. All right, got some questions down below. What is it? I'm getting lots of love. I do not understand Arabic just yet. I might have to take some lessons on that. Um, do you have an app, pal? If yes, what's up, POU? I have absolutely no clue what that is. Is that like Twitterlang or something? Um, are you coming back for Fast 8 and 9? Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I think that's up to the studio and the storyline. Um, it's tough, being in a franchise that's been around for so long because it's close to you and you feel like the pressure of having a multicultural cast and, you know, wanting to be better than the last one and um, you just hope every time that you could outdo what you did in the last one. And we'll see. It's up to you guys, really. What do we got here? Resident Evil, Michelle Brazil. Hello. I'm stuck at work. Jessica's stuck at work. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. I just finished my workout. And I'm a bit tired. Let's see. Emra, give a Ustream link. Official. The Ustream link would be www.ustream.tv/broadcast. Broadcaster page, sorry. That's all one word. And then you've got the 155-325-05. And that's the link. You guys aren't seeing anything? Stop it. Oh, okay, here it is. I'm just talking to myself. Hey guys, that whole time I was talking to myself. I'm sorry about that. I hope you see a picture now. Okay, cool. Um, how is everybody? I'm gonna start answering questions now. Hopefully I wasn't talking to myself that whole time. That would suck. Okay, let's see. My long wife just tweeted. I see you. Will you ever come hang out with us in Singapore? Oh, dude, Singapore sounds awesome. I hear they have really strict rules over there. You gotta school me on the rules. I like to travel, but I like to respect where I'm going so I don't run into any trouble. I hear you get like tickets in Singapore for spitting gum on the floor, which I guess makes the city really clean, but I'd probably have to read up on the rules before visiting. What do we got going on? Who was your idol when you were growing up? Gosh, I didn't really have one. I felt like I loved a little bit of everybody. I used to like all the action heroes. I know I'm kind of cheesy, but all those guys who are in like Expendables now, they were really cool when I was growing up. Um, like the Stallones of it all, and I used to like a lot of dudes because they were the coolest. They were the freest too. All the girls were pretty weak. Unless you were watching like a Jim Cameron movie. Those girls were pretty awesome. And a lot of the movies from the 1940s were cool too. Believe it or not, one of my favorite actresses is Jessica Tandy. She's this old lady from Batteries Not Included and Fried Green Tomatoes, and she was just a really great actress. And when I watched her on film, any movie, I thought of like I was really in her life, you know? She was that convincing. But as far as idols go, I didn't really have many. I love Sandra Bullock. I think she's amazing. I've always loved her work. She always makes me laugh, puts me in a good mood. Let's see. What up? Aw, thank you. Us versus them. That's a really sweet comment. Daughter of Poseidon. That's an awesome name. You guys are really creative, I gotta say. Would you do a fan signing while you're in Georgia, please? Gosh, ATL's a really cool city. I had absolutely no clue that there were that many like cool people there. Seems like a really great town. You've got the vegans on one end, and your animal lovers on one end, and your eco-friendly people on one end, and you got your hip hop people and your sports guys and your rappers, and it's a really cool mix. And then you got the that southern hospitality that pops in and out. Um, I have to explore more of Georgia. I just got there, so I haven't really got to see what the city's all about. I'm on you, and I'm already seeing that you're off air on your stream. Boom, boom, boom. What up? All right, let me see if I could go up on top and grab some of your questions. What am I reading off of? I'm reading off of Twitter. I am checking Twitter right now, and I'm reading your responses. Machete Kills Again in Space still happened despite the sales. That movie was the bomb. That is so sweet. Um, yeah, I love me some Machete, man. You know, Robert lets it go. He doesn't give a rat's booty, what the opinions are. He just has fun, and that's why he attracts so many talented people to come on board and play. I love making movies with him. He's so cool. Emrod Official, what's dinos algo en español, tus fans latinos. ¿Qué pasa? Huepa. So funny. Um, Emrod, what's your celebrity crush? And you look so cute. Oh, that's so sweet. Um, thank you, daughter of Poseidon. I would never say what my celebrity crush is because that'd be kind of freaking embarrassing, wouldn't it? Because then if I mention my celebrity crush, then there's a possibility my celebrity crush would hear it. So, wah, wah. I'm going to ixnay on that question. On Ustream Live, my first Ask Edmore comment on doing the new FF. Yeah, the new Fast is really, really fun. I've been enjoying being on set. It's really freaking crazy, man. Like these are people that I've like known for the last 13 years. It's pretty wild, you know? It's just really, really, really cool to see all my old friends, and they're kind of like family, at this point. And just so many great people working on set. It's it's gonna be bigger, a little crazier, because you gotta push the envelope every time, which is why I think the the franchise succeeds. They're always pushing those envelopes, making it crazier, wilder, faster, um, and more furious. What? I hope you guys like the stunts on this one. It's pretty insane. You're gonna see some wild ass. I don't think I've ever seen this kind of stuff before, so I can't give any of it away, because I don't want to be a party pooper, but I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. And I've been training a lot for this one just to make sure I'm on point. You know, I can't slip. What? I'm such a dork. Um, what do we got here? Can you please read this and blow me a kiss? Drag Malfoy. Let's see, what do we got? Mándale saludos a John Tavares en la República Dominicana. Es tu fan número uno. What's up? Have you ever been to Portland, Oregon? Do you like it or not? I haven't. I haven't been to Portland, Oregon, or at least not yet. Why? What's going on in Portland, Oregon? I think I have friends who are from Portland, but I've never been myself. Um, I guess I never had a reason to go. I do want to drive across America. I think that when I finish rapping fast before I do my travels overseas, I want to take a nice trip across the country. Check it out. Because being like an American, I never bothered checking the middle. I mean, I was born in Texas, and yeah, I did grow up having this accent right here. But other than that, I really didn't explore much of this country, and I think it would be kind of cool. Maybe I'll stop by Portland on my travels. See what's cracking. Can you give a shout out for me? My name is Clara. What's up, baby? How you doing? Let's see. What do we got? How is Fast 7 going? It is going great. Dude, I really like this new director. He's pretty awesome. Um, you would think, that a horror film director would, be good at horror, but he's really awesome at like grabbing character stuff and doing great shots, and he's very he's got attention to detail, and that's rare. He's got something to prove too, which will put some fire under his booty to make a great movie. Could always use that. Um, yeah, it's been fun. It's been really, really fun. I have a hard time talking about it because we're shooting it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to give anything away. But I think you guys are gonna, I think I can't really assume what you're gonna do. You might love it, you might hate it. I really think that it will definitely surprise you in more ways than one. Sounds like the name of, what's the Ustream? Um, Ask Emrod, will you be in any of the Resident Evil movies? I actually don't know. That's up to Mila and Paul. Um, because I mean, you do have that possibility. We do acknowledge that there are many clones out there. I just don't know after that place blows up if there's any possibility of any of those clones that were there in Raccoon City surviving. Um, we'd have to see. Anything's possible in the movies. I've come back from the dead more than once. Let's see. Sharon Barnes. Resident Evil tattoo. Yeah, that is an awesome tattoo, by the way. That is sick. That is so awesome. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Oh, I don't think the resolution is good enough, but she's got these really gnarly, cool. That's a dude, right? Whose arm is that? I don't want to insult anybody. Is that a dude? Yeah, it looks like a dude's arm. That's really cool. You fans are wild. I gotta say, man, I only got one tattoo, and I get really dorked out about tattoos. I'm like, needles, no. Hitting you up at the haunted houses. Where are you guys from? Hotlanta? Yeah, probably. Emrod, are you live now? Yes, I is. Um, Let me go up to the top. What's my favorite book? Ooh, I'm reading a couple of really awesome books right now. The whole debt ceiling issue flipped me out a little bit. Not, it shouldn't flip you out so much if you're like an American, because the prices are going to stay pretty much affordable when you're in the country that you're in. But when you travel as much as I do, you get a little nervous at the depreciation of the dollar. Um, you know, I don't want to go to Europe and end up spending, $4 to every euro, you know what I mean? So it really scared me. And because I got scared, I started reading some really cool books on the subject by some educated people. And one of the books is called Currency Wars, which is a really great book. I suggest you get it because it just teaches you a little something about the kind of games that the big boys play, um, countries really, amongst each other. So you can kind of start scoping out the signs of not danger, but just you get to see the signs of when, your cash might start depreciating as a country. And I think it's a really good book to read so you can educate yourself and be prepared, you know? There's always a way to make money. I mean, credit default swaps are what pretty much everybody who made money during 2008 did. You learn about things like that with a book like Boomerang. Boomerang's a good one too. And that's really my main focus lately has been economics, just so that, I don't know much about money, I'm a girl from Jersey City who never graduated high school. So I want to make sure that, finally now that I'm starting to make some money and I'm not spending it all away like an idiot, that I secure myself for when I'm older so that, I have something to lean back on when I'm all old and gray and you guys don't want to watch my movies anymore. So yeah, that's what I've been reading lately. Let's see, what do we got? Multitasking is difficult, is it not? Yeah, sometimes. I am Gen Y though. I could keep up. You make it proud to be Latina, to have someone like you. Us Latinas have to stick together. I think us women have to stick together. Y'all need to get off of that culture tip, man. I love my Latinos, man, but honestly, that whole black, white, Latino, Arabic, Middle Eastern, Indian thing, you guys need to realize we're all on the same boat. It's called being human. You know, the sooner we get that through our thick skulls and start living like one race, the better. I think respecting the chicks too would be nice. If countries started putting some legislation against women getting beaten around the world, especially in developing countries. That'd be sweet. I feel more like a girl than a Latina. It's like there's so much drama going on all around the world with just women not being treated proper. So I try to focus more so on being a woman than my race. Do you know what I mean? What's going on? You're so pretty. Oh, that's so sweet, Jade. Thank you. I appreciate that. What movie did you have the best time filming? Avatar. I'm a geek and I just love Jim Cameron. He is so amazing. He's such a cool cat. And I just love talking to the dude. You can talk about anything, science, physics, the planet, the world, where it's going, the Global Green Initiative, marine life, just it's for hours, you'd never be bored on set. And the guy really understands how to tell a story. So as a woman who since for the last 13 years has been dreaming of being a writer, it's like, oh God, it's like a dream come true working with Jim. But I have no. Aw, shout out to me too. Yo, Jesse, what's up? Love your films. Can I get a shout out? Tyler. Angicone B? Nice. How you doing? Small study with rats shows that the brain responds to Oreos just like it does real drugs. You know what? I'm sure it does. It might hit the pleasure centers. I don't know if it ignites any dopamine, but that's usually the most addictive aspect of drugs of any kind. The dopamine and the serotonin release. How many leather jackets do you own? Oh, you called me out? You know what? I am right now in LA and I moved all my jackets um, to Hotlanta because it's turning into winter. We're going to be shooting there till December. And I would have shown you otherwise um, all of the amazing jackets that I have. I don't know. I love jackets. And as far as leather goes, if you can eat it, you can wear it. I don't believe in wearing, stuff that you can't eat. I know I'm weird, but it's that type O blood. Hey, Michelle, my birthday's next month. Would it be possible to get your autograph, please? Oh, man. Damn, I'm just wondering how I could get it to you. Emrod Official, just sending you all the love and positive energies. Caroline, holla. Thank you, love. I always welcome positive energy. Um, Ask if you would trade the Prius for any car, what would it be? Here's my thing about my Prius. You know what I'm so pissed about? I'm pissed that I'm a geek and I research everything. And what pisses me off the most is that a long time ago, when I bought my Prius for the first time, it was while I was learning about how to, keep the planet, do my part, you start as an example, all this stuff. I purchased my Prius thinking that I was, going to help preserve nature, by narrowing down my carbon footprint. I come to realize the damn battery on that thing it's like the equivalent of having 10 air conditioners, and when you get rid of the vehicle, they still haven't figured out what to do with the battery. And so, I mean, by the time I mean, you probably have a Prius for 10, 15 years. I mean, who knows what the lifespan is on it. I mean, today people treat cars like phones, they switch them out. But, when I get rid of my car, it's pretty much going to leave, if not the same carbon footprint as a regular Mustang or a race car or anything, uh, on the combustion engine side of things. And I'm just angry about that. To this day, we keep promoting this whole global green movement, use electric cars. It's like the big answer to everything, but nobody's doing the research on the copper in the battery and how it releases into the atmosphere and actually causes massive harm to the ozone layer. So I'm a little pissed at myself for not recognizing it sooner. Hopefully, at some point, somebody will have some incentive, to do some R&D and invest in getting rid of the batteries in a Prius. And I don't know what Tesla is doing, what Elon Musk is doing in that field, because those Tesla cars are really cool. And that's what I had my eye on as a next car. But I live in Venice, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have a driveway out here, believe it or not. So cats be hating. You get a nice car, man, they'll like key that shit. So I've just held off on buying a new car till I get a new house. Machete. Oh, that's the shit's name. Oh, you watched the movie. That's awesome. Jazzy Rich Toretto. What do we got over at the top? Because I know I'm kind of slow in catching up with you guys. What's my favorite color? I really like green. Emerald green. Because it's the color of the fourth chakra, and that's the heart chakra, and that's my favorite. What do we got? Is it me or do I get more? Oh, that's so sweet. I'm getting some love from Travis. Oh, thank you. What's your favorite perfume? I actually like this Essence by Hermes. It's one of their oldest scents. I don't know if I have it lying around the house. But Hermes makes these like musky kind of um, fresh spring. It's not flowery. I'm not too into flowers these days. Um, I like it because that Hermes smell is just awesome. I don't know how to describe it. And I don't know the name. Would you go to the moon if given a chance? No. I mean, unless it was for free. If it was for free, I'd go. But my whole thing is like, it sounds kind of boring to just like zoom all the way up there. The ride up sounds awesome. you're going to be going like, God knows, maybe 200, 400 miles an hour. I don't even know. Maybe they hit like, I don't even know how many G's you hit. I mean, you have to train before you even get on that rocket. But the rocket ride sounds like the most exciting thing. And then you're floating up there, but like, I don't know, with the Hubble telescope, I could see anything I want, even light years away. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go up there and go through all this trouble so that I could see it with my own two eyes. I'm like, I mean, I did hear about Elon Musk wanting to make life on Mars. That sounds really cool. I mean, whoever does go on that expedition is not going to come back. And I wonder, would I want to hang out in a place and make it feasible for life on that planet, knowing that I'd never get to come back and appreciate all the beautiful things that are here on Earth? I feel like I feel like people don't see the true beauty of this planet and what it has to give. They're too busy trashing it. But I love this place and my heart's here. So, I like the moon. I like looking at it from here. Unless it was a free ride, I'd probably go for the rocket ride just because I love a thrill. You know what I'm saying? And it'd probably scare the out of me. So, because of the fear, I would want to go to the moon just because I'd be scared. I'd be scared to be on a rocket. I'd be scared to get stuck in space. And because of all that, I'd want to do it. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely not paying 300 grand for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather donate that to a nice charity. Let's see. Everybody's asking for you to come to their country. Come to Suriname in South America. Where is that? Suriname. Where is that? I have no clue where that is. Sick of the artwork in the back. Yo, what? You don't like my Bob Marley? That's so mean. Alec Monops gave me that, dude. He's a dope ass artist. I like him. He's my boy. You know what? How could you diss Marley like that? That's so mean. Mr. Bob Marley in the back. Yeah. Oh, see, here's somebody who likes the picture. Joy Stompin. Holla. Estudiantes de publicidad de la Universidad de APEC. What are you guys asking? Saludos. Saludos. I'm on Ustream. Let's see. Estudiantes. I don't know. Ottawa, Canada. Curious. What's playing on your playlist on your iPod right now? Geez, I don't know. Hope it's nothing embarrassing. Oh, I tried downloading Blackfish, and because Blackfish, the documentary, about SeaWorld and about the killer whales there and how they were mistreated in the process. I know it's so depressing, but I had to see the documentary. Anyway, I downloaded the soundtrack by mistake because it's not on iTunes, so that's what's playing on my on my iTunes. Wah, wah. You guys are getting to see too much of my geeky side. Maybe I should maybe I should go back to my cave and hide. Ask Emma, how does um how does it feel to have fans that have grown up watching your work? Emerald Army shout out, please. Whoop de whoop. It feels good, man. You know what feels best about it is that I don't feel alone. Because a lot of times you're like you'll go to these industry parties and there's lots of like actors there and directors and agents, and I don't have anything in common with these people. And it's interesting because everything that I've done in this business has been so against the grain and so like I fight everything. People don't understand why. And when I have fans like you coming around saying, I love your work, you know what I'm saying? That makes everything that I do, all those fights for like not saying corny lines or like not being the weak, like girly girl, it just pays off and it makes me feel like I got a place in the world. So I'll always love you guys for that. So thank you for your support. And Rod Army, holla. Yeah, you guys are freaking awesome, man. Every single time I feel like, Like maybe I should go do something else, you know? You guys show me that support and it puts me right back on track. Thank you. What do we got? I'm not official. When are you coming back to New York City? I should be back to visit my fams at some point this month. I know I'm gonna get a couple days off while The Rock comes on set and Jason Statham and the boys are doing the boys stuff. Because you know how like the boys like to get together and do action stuff together. So while they're doing all that, I get some time off. So I get to roll out to the city and go see my family. So that'll be nice. Am I wearing makeup right now? You crazy? Girl, I ain't working. I don't wear makeup unless I'm trying to impress somebody that I'm like trying to date or I'm working. And I hate makeup. So there. Let's see. Emrod, thanks for doing these chats during my night shifts. Good way to stay awake. Wow, it's 5:22 where you're at? Jeez, from Holland. Nice. I went to Holland. I drove from Holland. I rented one of those like little Mini Coopers with my friend, and we drove it from Holland in the winter though, man. I picked the wrong time. It was all snowy and wet the whole time. But I drove it from Holland through Paris into um, the the Italian border with Switzerland. Is that Switzerland? Yeah, that was a nice drive. It was sweet. I went to Torino in Italy. It was sweet. Michelle, can you be my baby mama? Well, what? Honey, you know what? I think people should take seriously the idea of bringing a kid in the world. Such a beautiful thing, you know? I wish more people took it seriously. Saludos desde Puerto Rico. Un besote. Yo, holla. Blue Crush 2. Huh? What do you think of Blue Crush 2? And will my Popeye legs be in another surf movie? Damn, man. Why you gotta be dissing my Popeye legs? You know what? I'm thankful for those batatas. They're strong. Those legs whoop some booty. You know what? I don't know about a Blue Crush sequel. It seems like we did that already, you know? Um, I would love to go to Hawaii and shoot something there though, 'cause I love me some Hawaii. There's something just magical about that place. I'm like an honorary Tita. I get love there and I like to give it back. I would love to go shoot in Hawaii. That would be awesome. You're giving me some ideas here, buddy. Think of Fast and Furious franchise. Need some more curvy shaped people with feistiness to kick ass with you. You know what? I agree, Mama. I definitely agree. The more global the market gets, the more interesting I think the cast choices will get. I must say, if there's one thing I have to say about this movie of Fast and Furious, I'm a little sad that there aren't more girls in it. I mean, we've got like three girls. I mean, a couple cameos, and it's like testosterone central. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could use some females to balance it out a little bit. Give some eye candy too. I mean, not even dudes like staring at dudes all day. You know what I'm saying? It would just be nice. One love, Emrad. I'll watch your movies till I die. Oh, that's so sweet. Storm Wolf, DJ, holla. Um, Emrad official. Have you read On the Road? No, I haven't. What's that all about? When do you plan on coming back to the Philippines? Dude, how was that earthquake, man? You guys got hit hard over there. I hope you're okay. I hope your family's okay. That was gnarly. I don't know if for this Fast and Furious if we're gonna do the tour in Southeast Asia the way that we did um for Fast 6. But I'll keep you posted for sure. As far as the Philippines goes, I mean, I went twice last year. I went for Fast and Furious Press, and then I went on vacation to Manila and Little Island off the coast. So, I probably won't go back to Southeast Asia for a minute. I want to go explore a little bit of Morocco and India this year. So that's where I'm headed when this is all over. What is your idea of the perfect relaxation? A deep tissue massage, chakra alignment. Um, I've just learned to meditate recently. Believe me, it's the hardest. I've been trying to meditate, I mean, since I discovered it 13 years ago. And let me tell you, it is so hard to quiet that brain. I mean, my brain's just going nuts. It's like, take it, and the world this, and people that, and family this, and lovers that. And it's just like, what's life about? Just that noisy ass, opinionated brain. It's so hard to quiet down. But once I discovered transcendental meditation recently, like literally like 2.5 months ago, I've been good. I like learned to calm myself down. I can stop in the middle of anything and just take a deep breath and get into myself. And I gotta tell you, for me it's very relaxing. Sometimes I fall asleep though. I have this problem where every time I meditate, I fall asleep. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to stay in some sort of theta state, not go into deep delta, which is your deep sleep state, which is what happens to me every time. I like hypnotize myself while I'm meditating. I'm like, and then next thing you know, I like wake up 2 hours later. What happened? But eventually I'll learn. I'll get the hang of it. Um, Shout out. And Michael Bay isn't directing F7 this time. I don't think Michael Bay ever directed a fast movie. He's the Transformers guy. He does a really good job with that franchise. I'm calling it a night. Good night, Carly. Well, always want to watch your movies. Thank you so much, love. Cali Girl 180. I am going to answer one more question, and I think I'm gonna go to bed because I am a little tired from my travels. Let's see, what do we got? Curious what's playing on your playlist. I already answered that. What do we got? Come on, guys. What TV shows are you into? Homeland for Sheezy. Um, I just started watching this new show. Well, it's not new. It's been out forever. It's just that I haven't been able to get really into it until recently. Breaking Bad. Dude, so good. Um, I've also been deeply into Game of Thrones because I love how strong all the female characters are and everybody's just so wild and insane. But Homeland's like by far, like the first two seasons, I was like, what? Stop it. I want to get into what is it called? Dag. Arrested Development. I haven't been able to really get into it yet. Because I guess you gotta be in a mood to like start it from the beginning. And I haven't yet, but I'm interested in checking that one out. Dude, haha, confirm I'm the girl from Fast Six premiere. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Hold on. That's your arm? Dude, have you been working out? I didn't realize that was your arm. Oh my God. Yeah, Sharona Barnes. Okay. Respect. My bad. Yeah, your arm looked buff in the other picture. Sorry about that. I love that you love economics and that you're reading Currency Wars, talent, intelligence, and beauty. You're the best. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I appreciate that, love. Yeah, man, I think I'm gonna die learning. And if I ever stop being curious, shoot me. Because that's called just jaded. Who's your favorite character from the Fast and Furious series? You know you can't ask me that. That's like my family right there. I like everybody for different reasons. I like Tyrese when I want to laugh. I like Paul because he just reminds me of the beach. And he reminds me of that laid back, adventurous attitude. I love Vin because he's got that gangsta street cred that you don't get a lot with people who play tough. He's got this, it's in his eyes, it's like I grew up in the hood just like you kind of thing, so I like, I vibe with that. I'm like, yeah, homie, started from the bottom, now we're her. I love that. So every time I look at him, I think of it. I think of how we just came from out of nowhere into Hollywood, and we were, introduced to Hollywood with this franchise. So it's just special to see these guys on set. All of them. I love all of them. I love all the characters. They're great. I love Elena. She's amazing, the girl who plays Elena, um, in the franchise. She's really cool. I love Gal. She's is Israeli military. She knows how to take apart a gun and put it back together, and she's hot. I think that's awesome. Um, Also, there were some really great characters in Six who are no longer here that I'm sad about. But have you heard about the Avatar theme park they're creating in Disney World? No, that sounds so cool. I want to go in Orlando, huh? That sounds amazing. An Avatar theme park. I'd definitely be down to go to that for sure. What do you do to get your thoughts in order when you have to write your screenplay? Oh my God, honey, do you know you are asking the wrong person? You're asking somebody that it took 13 years just to have the audacity to start writing. You know what I'm saying? I'm the biggest procrastinator on the planet. But you know what? Every single writer that I've ever talked to who I respect says the very same thing. Michelle, you just have to pick a time, you have to dedicate yourself to it, and do it every day. Even if it's an hour, you say, I'm going to write from this hour to this hour, and you just do it. And then it becomes like, remember when your parents used to wake you up to go to school and you hated it? And you're like, no, because you're feeling all warm and fuzzy and you just don't want to get out of bed? That's the story of my life. But that's what you got to fight. You got to fight that feeling and just do it. It's like a workout, you know what I mean? If you don't like working out, it's that feeling. You just got to get rid of it and just go do it like it's a job. And then eventually, from the process of doing it every day, that's when the inspiration comes. That's when you start tapping into the magic. And eventually it'll start working and you get it done. It's a shame, but the grand majority of my writing, I end up, being on focus and on point for other people. But when it comes time to getting all those ideas that I've had myself since I was 15, out on paper or in final draft, it's like, so frustrating because I'm always like judging myself or, thinking that it's not a good idea, or you just got to get rid of all of that, shut it all up. Because at the end of the day, you're connecting to source, and that's when the magic's going to happen. And you're not going to connect to source if you're sitting there busy judging yourself and not doing anything. You just got to get up and do it. And it works. It works. It's worked for me a lot lately, especially. All right. Taking a break and wanting to write. What are you planning to write? A movie? Yes. I have a bunch of movies that I'm planning to write. Um, a kids movie. I want to make a really cool flick with kick-ass girls. Because I'm just dying to like work with cool chicks. I feel there aren't enough movies where girls get along and then they do cool stuff together. So like I want to do that. I want it to be sexy, I want it to be fun, and I want it to be cool. Maybe a little funny. Because I like some humor. But I don't want it to be hee hee ha ha funny. I want it to be sexy funny. So we'll see what happens. I'll come up with something. I think I should get a shout out, please. Jody McAuliffe. Holla. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the tippy tippy top, give a shout out, and then I'm going to head out because I'm getting tired. Can I get a shout out? Marissa from the UK. Shout out to Marissa from the UK. Bumbleclot, I simply adore you. Work with Vin outside fast. Did you hate that you had amnesia in six? Yeah, having amnesia in Fast Six was a bummer. Um, I would work with Vin any day of the week outside of Fast. It's just that when you have that connection, like Letty and Dom do in the Fast and Furious franchise, it's like we look at other projects and we're like, it's kind of whack compared to what we already got going on. So like, why even bother? You know what I mean? I'm really picky. I'm so picky. I haven't done a lead in a movie in 13 years since Girl Fight. So you know, when I have something special, I like to keep it special. And like, I don't want to mess with it. But who knows? Maybe there's something really cool that can come down the line that Vin would want to do and where we get to like work together on the project. That'd be awesome. But so far, it's just that Dom and Letty friendship, relationship is just so awesome that like I couldn't compete with it. Good night, guys. And I send you mad love from LA. I'm going back to the ATL to finish shooting Fast 7. And I hope that you guys are all pleased with the hard work that we're all putting in for your entertainment. So in July, hopefully you will enjoy what we provide as far as entertainment goes in Fast 7. I love you. One love. Good night.